This is Ryan Watches a Movie, where we get our friend Ryan to watch a movie and tell us what he thought.
Gun balls out in the lobby yard.
Watching the Grunion Pro Magi. If you're listening to this, don't even waste your time.
Hello and welcome to Ryan Watches a Movie. This is episode number 222. My name's Adam Patterson. Joining me today, we got Kevin Rakestraw. How you doing, Kevin?
Good.
We're also joined by Ryan Holes. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Cool. What movie do we have you watch this week?
Tusk.
Tusk. Picked this in honor of Yoga Hosers coming out this week. Both films are written and directed by Mr. Kevin Smith. I have a synopsis here. When podcaster Wallace Brighton goes missing in the backwoods of Manitoba while interviewing a mysterious seafarer named Howard Howe, his best friend Teddy and girlfriend Allison team with an ex-cop to look for him. This stars Justin Long, Michael Parks, Haley Joel Osment, Johnny Depp, and Genesis Rodriguez. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Tusk.
Well, there's at the very beginning of the movie, Haley Joel Osment and Justin Long are podcasters that they interview, I guess, what would be the most popular internet celebrities. And they go to and interview this one kid that apparently everyone's talking about. It's called the Kill Bill Kid. And they call him that because he was playing with katana on video and chopped his leg off. And so they go to interview him. And Haley Joel Osment says so because he is apparently afraid to fly. And Justin Long goes to interview this kid. And this kid also previously turned down an interview from Oprah, but he said okay to Justin Long. So they're all psyched about it. Well, Justin Long goes to the kid's house and finds out that he ended up killing himself on purpose with the same katana, even though he knew what Justin Long was going to interview. So, obviously, Justin Long gets angry and he's cruising around Canada, getting ready to go back home. He's in a bar, and he's in the bathroom of the bar, and he finds I don't know what they're called, the piece of paper. They have a story on them, and they have, like, the phone number tags cut out so that people can take the phone number and call it or whatever.
Yeah, like a flyer, like a help wanted flyer, like that you put on a bulletin board.
So Justin Long thinks this could be interesting. So he decides to go interview him before he gets, I guess, interview him. This guy's telling him that he knows Ernest Hemingway. He was in the war with Ernest Hemingway. And that he knew the original Tuskegee Airmen, which is why eventually they got to Tusk. And turns out this guy, he's in a wheelchair. Well, he's supposed to be in a wheelchair. And turns out that he drugged Justin Long drink. And Justin Long, soon after passes out, wakes up and one of his legs is gone. It's been cut off. And this guy still won't give him the straight story. So Justin Long passes out again, wakes up, the other leg has been cut off. And this older guy that was supposed to be in a wheelchair actually turns out to be a very able-bodied person. And he has a suit, a walrus suit, that he sews just long into with no legs. And he also cuts out just Long's tongue and also fits him with a gigantic walrus teeth and tells him that he has to learn to live in a pool and live as a walrus. So this guy tells him that it's about time that he learns to start swimming and dumps Just Long into this tank. And Just Long sinks. And when he gets to the bottom, he sees the skeleton of another guy that was previously sent into a walrus suit and who died at the one of the tank. And meanwhile, Just Long's girlfriend and Haley Joel Osment are cheating behind Just Long's back. And he's trying to call him, let him know that he's in danger. And obviously, both of them don't answer their phones. So, just Haley Joel Osment's girl decided to employ the intelligence of the Canadian police to go and find him. And that's where I lost video. I have the audio, but it really didn't make much sense. Can you tell me what happened?
Okay, so Ryan lost video at this point in his stream. So Johnny Depp is the investigator that they hire, and he has. Did you see Johnny Depp's character in this?
No. In fact, I didn't even know he was in it until he said his name.
Yeah, so they bring on Johnny Depp to help, and he is the most. He has this ridiculous costume on, and he acts like such an idiot in this. He's such a cartoon character in this movie. And then basically they end up finding him, but by that point he's already the walrus.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much it for the movie. They find him and he's the walrus, and I think Michael Parks dies. I think he kills. Like Michael Parks falls into the water.
Yeah, after Wikipedia says Just Long stabbed them with his walrus teeth.
Yeah,
I was kind of confused about that too.
All right. So, what did you think of Tusk?
Dude, no. It was like Misery, only it was really, really fucking stupid.
It was like Misery, yeah.
And it was about a walrus.
Yeah, this movie was an idea that Kevin Smith and I think it was Scott Moser had on their podcast, and they were I don't know how it came up, but I guess there was a true story about a guy, like an ad that was in a classified ad that was in a newspaper about there was a room for rent, and this person was offering the room up for free. The only stipulation was that the person that moved into the room had to dress up like a walrus from time to time and keep them company.
Okay.
And the ad turned out to be fake. Like, it was a joke ad. It wasn't real. But Kevin Smith kind of ran with the idea and then developed it into this movie. And you didn't mention Michael Parks. The whole walrus connection is that when he was in the military, he was, I think, lost at sea. And the only companion he had was a walrus that he befriended. So he dearly missed this walrus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he was looking for another walrus companion.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
He said something about the Tuskegee Airmen at the beginning. And said that was why the name was Tusk.
Well, I think also the more on the nose reason is because he surgically inserts tusks into the into Justin Long. Walrus
Oh.
Tusk. It's referring to the Walrus Tusk.
This sounds like garbage.
Either way, I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't good. It was not good.
Well, the worst part of that scene is it's an hour and 42 minutes.
It's bloated. It's a little
I mean,
bloated.
I mean that sound.
The other thing I really don't like is there's a lot of backflashes. Like,
Flashbacks, you mean?
yeah.
Backflashes?
Yeah.
Backflashes.
Like you said, when Just Long has every limb cut off, and then it flashes back to before he leaves, when his girlfriend says, "Don't go, I'll miss you," blah blah. And that happens like 3 or 4 times. Like,
Yeah, like him with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I remember they flashed back to that a lot.
it feels like it's just all filler.
Which is, it's funny though, because I think those flashbacks, I don't know, seem to me like they're supposed to evoke sympathy for Justin Long, but you have none because he's a total douchebag.
Yeah,
The entire time.
They even say that
He's a complete asshole.
numerous times. They say he's an asshole. Him and Haley Joel Osment and his girlfriend all agree for them being an asshole.
Yeah, so it sounds like a waste of time. So
Oh, yeah.
essentially you have Justin Long, who's a complete asshole dick, and then someone turns him into a walrus.
Mm-hmm.
And they stretch that out for an hour and 42 minutes.
Yeah, they do. They do.
With backflashes to his girlfriend.
It's just, it's funny to see, this is the same guy that did Clerks and Chasing Amy and Mallrats, and it's such a...
He's turned into such a garbage person.
It's such a departure.
It's also like the dead comic book man, and that show is not good.
I don't... Yeah, I know, but I don't know if I would count that as part of his filmography.
Yeah.
I wouldn't count the reality show on AMC,
Yeah.
Comic Book Man, part of his filmography. But well, let's while we're at it, let's talk about Kevin Smith. So, all three of us, I think, used to be pretty big Kevin Smith fans.
Oh yeah.
Because he gained his popularity right at kind of the perfect time for us, at least. Because when Clerks came out, it was just before I started really getting into film, and he was part of that whole indie film boom, the whole Sundance boom that happened in the early 90s. And I was all into his movies because I was just the right age, I was entering adolescence, and his movies were dirty, and I was into that.
Yeah, it was kind of like the perfect blend. But
yeah, because
it went downhill quick.
Yeah, I still I don't want to sound like I no longer like his movies or anything like that, because I still think that Clerks is amazing, and I think I still laugh at Mallrats, and I think that Chasing Amy is probably maybe one of his most underrated. I don't know if it is underrated or not. I feel like it is. And Dogma too. I really liked Dogma when that came out.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Dogma too.
And even Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, which is like when Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back came, or no, I guess Clerks 2 was pretty much, that was like the beginning of the end.
Yeah, that's when it started going downhill.
Yeah,
and it was solidified with Cop Out, and then went to Red State and then Tusk, and now it's just.
Don't forget Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
I don't really know about that one. Like, I don't know how that was received. Like, is that considered like not a good movie, or?
I think it was like middling. I think it was kind of in the middle.
Okay. I didn't think that was that. I mean, it wasn't great.
I didn't. Yeah, it was okay.
It wasn't Tusk.
No, it wasn't Tusk. It wasn't Jersey Girl either. I wasn't a fan of Jersey Girl.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that's right. Jersey Girl. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Everyone does.
It's so funny though, because like his movies, they're not particularly good looking. It's really his movies. I think the big thing that made him kind of break out was his scripts, the dialogue in his movies was so smart and funny because it was certainly never the visuals. No. I like the look of Clerks, but it looks that way because of budgetary constraints, not because he was trying to do that. I mean, when you look at his later movies like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I just think they're so generic looking in as far as cinematography.
Yes. Without a doubt. They're like the National Lampoon movies they used to go like straight to Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
But with just bigger stars.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. So I don't know. I don't know what happened to him.
I think I was more into the characters of Jen and Bob than the actual movie, if that makes sense.
I think most people are when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, it is a really dumb movie, but I did love the movie when it came out.
It's dumb, but deliberately so. And I haven't seen that movie in years, so I have no idea if it doesn't hold up for me. But I'd like to rewatch that.
I have a feeling that if I rewatch that now, I would just be like, "Oh God!"
I know. I think.
What the hell? What the hell, Kevin? You liked this at one point. What do you?
Yeah, I think I'd probably do the same. I think I would do the same.
And then I think I would like bury it out in the backyard. Just hope like no one ever brings it up again.
I remember I had the.
I never seen it. I don't know about that. Maybe
I had the theatrical poster of that, and I had that hang in my room.
Hell yeah!
I was all about some Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh God!
What did you guys think of Clerks 2? Did you like Clerks 2?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
I also did. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be really bad, but I enjoyed it quite a bit, actually.
I haven't seen anything of his since Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
No.
I tapped out. I was like, I'm done.
It's probably a good thing, actually. But he's got a bunch of stuff kind of in the pipeline here. So he's got Yoga Hosers coming out, and then he has a segment in that Holidays movie, which is absolutely terrible. Saw that at Tribeca. He did 2 episodes of The Flash, and which is funny because the episode that aired that he did was, people were like, "Oh, this is great, you know, this is one of the best episodes," and I thought it was terrible. So I don't know. He has a movie called Moose Jaws coming out. I think that one is the 3rd entry in this whole Canada trilogy. So it's Tusk, Yoga Hosers, and Moose Jaws. I know nothing about that one. I'm sure it's going to be a gem.
Jaws, but with the moose. I think that's the tagline, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, there's Mallrats, which is the Mallrats TV series.
Why do you have to ruin shit?
He has a movie called Hell in a Handbag, which is mankind teams up with hell to save existence from extinction at the hands of a rapturing giant Jesus.
Okay. Sounds like something.
Animated film. What does Siri say about that?
Not much.
Not much.
No.
And then, of course, we have Clerks 3, which has been announced, and he's been kind of working on that forever. I don't know. I always kind of hope that he goes back to his roots and makes something. I mean, it's funny because like these movies that are coming out now are all self-financed. Like he's putting the money up himself for these movies. So he has, in a way, gone back to his indie roots. But I don't think anybody wants to see these movies. I mean,
wasn't there an animated Clerk?
Yeah, there was.
That movie sucked, I think.
Oh, the movie one.
Yeah.
It's the movie one?
No, it wasn't Clerks.
It was some animated.
Yeah, it was Jay and Silent Bob's super groovy cartoon movie.
Yeah.
But Kevin Smith didn't do that. He was just in it. Like he didn't direct it or anything. Yeah. All right. Any final thoughts on Tusk?
I have one question
before
we get to that, because this Justin Long plays a podcaster. Now, Ryan, do you think you being a podcaster, do you think that was an accurate portrayal
Good question.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
But, yeah.
Pretty on point.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big asshole.
Okay.
And I don't know if maybe we were assholes if it being more popular. But other than that, I think it was a good portrayal.
Okay.
Pretty much nailed it.
All right. Let's go ahead and give your drum roll. What do you give Tusk?
2.
Ouch. That is a 2 out of 10. Now, just for full disclosure, do you think if you were able to see the last bit and your video didn't get messed up, do you think that would have had any kind of bearing on the score?
If you would have got that sweet Johnny Depp action.
Not really, no. Because I feel like this movie could make up its mind whether it wanted to be sick and twisted or goofy.
Back and forth between the goofball and the dementedness.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I wasn't able to tell when people were serious and when they were not. So I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Okay. I didn't mention this. The Tusk got a 41% on Rotten Tomatoes. And Yoga Hosers, it seems high.
Yeah.
It does seem high. Yoga Hosers currently has a 25%.
Ooh.
I didn't know that Kevin Smith executive produced that Enter the Dangerous Mind movie. Remember that?
Oh, boy. Wow.
Maybe I knew and just forgot, but wow. Interesting. So what do you think about Yoga Hosers, Ryan?
No, I'm good.
Good on that one?
If it's this loose trilogy, man, like they all tie together somehow.
Yeah, because the two girls that were in Tusk at the beginning, those are the two main characters of Yoga Hosers.
The two store clerks that were in it for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. That's
Get the fuck out of here.
That's Johnny Depp and Kevin Smith's daughters.
Oh. No, I'm good.
All I know is the trailer for Yoga Hosers and the poster looks so god awful. Like there's this really crappy CG in it. It looks just terrible. I know that he's trying to make that a kids movie, like a teen movie, so it's PG-13.
Yeah, no. It's all adding up the terribleness.
I might check it out just out of morbid curiosity, just to see. But all right, any final thoughts, Ryan, on Yoga Hosers or Tusk?
Nope.
All right, I'd say just go back and watch some of the old Kevin Smith stuff.
Yeah.
Watch some Clerks, watch some Mallrats, some Chasing Amy, even Dogma. Even check out that Dogma.
Dogma action in there.
Yeah. All right, I think that's going to do it for this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @filmpulsenet, @filmpulsekevin, and @mylegsdon'twork. And if you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/filmpulse, and consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw and Ryan Holes, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week.
See you later.